The qualifying competition for UEFA Euro 2012 was a series of parallel association football competitions held over 2010 and 2011 to decide the qualifiers for UEFA Euro 2012, held in Poland and Ukraine. The draw for the qualifying rounds was held on February 7, 2010 in the Congress Hall of the Palace of Culture and Science, Warsaw, with matches set to take place between August 2010 and November 2011. There were 9 groups. 6 of these groups had 6 teams. The remaining 3 groups consisted of 5 teams. Group competition was a double round robin, each team hosted a game with every other team in its group. The first-place team in each group qualified, along with the second-place team with the most points against teams ranked in the top 5 in the group. The remaining 8 second-place teams were paired for 2-game playoffs, with the winner of each total goals tie qualifying for the finals. The 2 host countries completed the field of 16 teams. Qualified nations. Seedings. The pot allocations for the qualifying group stage draw were based on the UEFA national team coefficient rankings as of the end of 2009. The sole exception was the automatic placement of Spain, as reigning European champions, as the top-ranked team. Each nation's coefficient was generated by calculating 40% of the average ranking points per game earned in the 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifying stage, 40% of the average ranking points per game earned in the UEFA Euro 2008 qualifying stage and final tournament, 20% of the average ranking points per game earned in the 2006 FIFA World Cup qualifying stage and final tournament. The 51 entrants were divided into the following 6 pots for the drawing of 9 qualifying groups on February 7, 2010 in Warsaw, Poland. The countries which eventually qualified for the final tournament are emboldened in the table below. Notes: the co-hosts Ukraine and Poland, which qualified automatically, were ranked 19th and 23rd respectively. Before the draw, UEFA confirmed that, for political reasons, Armenia would not be drawn against Azerbaijan and Georgia would not be drawn against Russia. Armenia and Azerbaijan were drawn together in Group A during the draw ceremony, forcing UEFA to reassign Armenia to Group B, as Azerbaijan had refused to play in Armenia when they had been drawn together during UEFA Euro 2008 qualifying. Tiebreakers: if 2 or more teams are equal on points on completion of the group matches, the following criteria are applied to determine the rankings. Higher number of points obtained in the group matches played among the teams in question. Superior goal difference from the group matches played among the teams in question. Higher number of goals scored in the group matches played among the teams in question. Higher number of goals scored away from home in the group matches played among the teams in question. If, after applying criteria 1 to 4, to several teams, 2 or more teams still have an equal ranking, the criteria 1 to 4 will be reapplied to determine the ranking of these teams. If this procedure does not lead to a decision, criteria 6 to 10 apply. Superior goal difference in all group matches. Higher number of goals scored in all group matches. Higher number of goals scored away from home in all group matches. Fair play ranking in all group matches. Drawing of lots. Groups: the following 18 dates were reserved for group matches in qualifying: 3 Euro 4th and 7th September 2010, 8 Euro 9th and 12th October 2010, 25 Euro 26th and 29th March 2011, 3 Euro 4th and 7th June 2011, 2 Euro 3rd and 6th September 2011, 7 Euro 8th and 11th October 2011. For the first time, Tuesday evenings replaced Wednesday evenings for midweek qualifying fixtures where 2 match days occurred in the same week. This was in order to allow players an extra day to return to their clubs for domestic duty the following week. Consequently, teams were permitted to move the earlier weekend match forward to the Friday evening. Group A. Group B. Group C. The Italy v Serbia match was abandoned after 6 minutes due to rioting by Serbian fans. The UEFA Control and Disciplinary Body awarded the match as a 3-0 forfeit win to Italy. Group D. Group E. Group F. Group G. Group H. Group I. Ranking of second-placed teams. The highest-ranked second-placed team from the groups qualified automatically for the tournament, while the remainder entered the playoffs. As some groups contain 6 teams and some 5, matches against the sixth-placed team in each group were not included in this ranking. As a result, a total of 8 matches played by each team count toward the purpose of the second-placed ranking table. Tiebreakers. If 2 or more runners-up had an equal number of points from their 8 matches contributing toward the ranking, then the following criteria were applied: superior goal difference from these matches, higher number of goals scored in these matches, higher number of away goals scored in these matches, position in the UEFA national team coefficient ranking system, fair play ranking in these matches, drawing of lots, final standings. Playoffs. The playoff ties were played over 2 legs, with the first legs on November 11 and the second legs on November 15, 2011. The 4 winners are found according to the standard rules for the knockout phase in European competitions, and the winners qualified for the Euro 2012 tournament. Seedings. The draw for the playoffs was held on October 13, 2011 in Kraków, W, Poland, to determine the 4 pairings as well as the order of the home and away ties. After the controversy caused by the UEFA playoffs during 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifying a Euro, which was widely assumed to be an unseeded draw and then later seeded by FIFA Euro, UEFA stated from the outset that the draw for the playoffs would be seeded. The 4 runners-up with the best positions in the UEFA team coefficient ranking system were therefore seeded. Each nation's coefficient was generated by calculating 40% of the average ranking points per game earned in the UEFA Euro 2012 qualifying group stage. 40% of the average ranking points per game earned in the 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifying stage and final tournament. 20% of the average ranking points per game earned in the UEFA Euro 2008 qualifying stage and final tournament. The seedings were as follows: matches, Team 1 was home team in the first game, and guest team in the second game. Top goal scorers. There were 636 goals scored by 339 different players and 17 own goals. This list reflects the top 15 players or those tied in the top 15. 12 goals, Klaus-Jan Huntelaar, 9 goals, Miroslav Klose, 7 goals, 6 goals, 5 goals, attendances, data compiled from Soxaway.com. References. External links: UEFA Euro 2012 at UEFA.com.